Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stadium game. We're back on Moira. I bet some of you are going to celebrate that. I have heard from you guys that you've enjoyed quite a lot of the other heroes, but I know many of you are here for the Moira gameplay, so I've got an interesting game for you. I mean, if you saw the thumbnail, you'll already know this, but we're against some pretty high-ranked players in this game.
And the games can finally begin.
So, on the enemy team, we've got the rank 1 support from last season. We've got the rank 2 DPS from last season. We've got the rank 3 support from last season. 2 other players, I don't know what ranks they are. On our team, we have me, the top 166th support last season, and a rank 73 DPS from last season. And I don't know the ranks of the other guys. I mean, that's the stacking problem, right? But we'll see what we can do. You know, we're not afraid of anyone on the ladder. So we're up against a Doomfist. I'm going to get Reflex Coating. I'm going to get Phantasm. I'm going to get Electrolytes and Power Playbook. Maybe, though, you could get Ability Lifesteal instead of this. But I'm thinking, you know what? With the Reflex Coating, and I'm going to be using Heal Orbs anyway, I probably don't need it. So the idea here with Phantasm at the start is that I'm going to play very passive. We're going to use quite a few Heal Orbs. It's a bit tricky though with a Winston and a Pharah and a Tracer. It's like, who are we actually going to heal other than ourselves? So the plan may very well change. But I quite like starting off putting a load of Heal Orbs down where we can. We through our initial damage orb, which meant our first Phantasm orb was not healing. And we've got to run away from this one. Okay, the first round also is kind of a judge the Doomfist round. So we fade jump up top. Because if the Doomfist is pretty good, then we may have to go into a big heal build. If the Doomfist is not like exceptional or anything, then maybe we can start going more damage. But either way, later on, we're going to have to go more damage because, I mean, we haven't got many players that we can heal easily with a Moira. But for the early rounds, we might be able to ride it out until we can go for a kind of stacked orb build. Orb builds are kind of weak at the start and they scale. So we're just trying to ride out the early rounds by playing this kind of Phantasm. Provide a fair amount of healing to players. We're not overcommitting with the damage. So game's kind of neck and neck right now. We do manage to take down the Cassidy. We don't quite get our heal orb off. We get taken down by the Zen. So far it's going okay. Although losing those picks and Winston here is going to be a little bit annoying. Doomfist is playing very aggressive. That's normally the sign of a pretty good Doomfist. You know, they're not staying in the fights ages, but they're making sure that they're very, very active. So getting up into our, well, just into our faces really. We're going to try and stop them from moving the objective further though, because we need that to win the game. We do get hit by the Juno missiles and a High Noon. If he charged that a bit longer, I think he definitely gets us, but maybe there was another threat there. Try and get some healing, but again, we have to fade up top. Use Coalescence. Doom's probably going to jump top. I thought he was going to jump. That was a bit risky. We could have got punched straight out of that. You get a bit of healing over onto the Tracer and take them down. Damage Phantasm Orb. Doomfist forced to ult. Okay. We were just doing some erratic movement. By the way, against the Doomfist ult, I like to kind of walk forward a few steps, stand still, turn a direction, walk forward. It's almost like you're sort of baiting the ult rather than... Like you're baiting them to go in a position where you're standing still and they don't know which direction you're running in. And I find it's a bit easier to dodge them. That's if we don't have fade, of course. Okay, heal orb. We get healing over onto the Kiriko. There's a Cassidy near us though as well though. Okay, flat bounce the orb. Can we get anyone down here with just our weak weapon power? Let's try and target the Juno. Oh, she's very weak. That's fine. We'll keep moving the objective. So Tracers on us. We are going to have double heal orbs here. Should be able to survive that one fine. Enemy team did get it past the checkpoint, which does make it a bit more tricky to hold because we've got this long pause here. Zen getting a Discord onto us and a bit of damage from Tracer. We're going to have to disengage from that. Massive punches from the Doomfist though. We're trying to follow our orb, but Cassidy rolls into us. And they're just cleaning us up here. Okay. Enemy team take the first round. We get an alright amount of cash. It's not amazing. 13.4k. Yeah, we're okay with that. Healing's okay, damage is okay. We just couldn't come out with a victory in that round. Right, Ruin's not the best map for a Phantasm build. We just check the stack here. So in a 3-man stack, which, yeah, is the ones we've mentioned before, we're seeing similar logos here from this team. It could be a 2 and a 2, but I think it's a 4 stack. And the little shake of the head there was thinking, it's put me with a terrible 4 stack. And it's getting me as a solo queue player to try and make up the difference between these high-ranked stacks on the enemy team. Either way, that's the game that we're in right now. We get field support gadget, energized bracers. We get stratosphere as well. I think that was stratosphere. Yeah. So just if the Doomfist jumps in the air and also on the Juno, it gives us a bit of health, which helps us survive. The field support gadget's also going to help us survive. We're still in that kind of heal build mindset, but because we've got cross orbal now, if we fire the damage orbs at players, we can utilize Phantasm for damage to actually try and hurt the Doomfist, and then we can use our gadget as like our healing Phantasm orb. Since, as I mentioned earlier, we don't have the best team comp to sit around and heal with static orbs, because the Cassidy's getting very low, but does have a Zen orb on them. Thank you, Farah. I don't think we have the damage to out-damage that one there. The Zen orb. Zen's putting some damage on us. We use our field support gadget. Tracer takes down the Farah, and Zen comes back in. Okay, I mean, it's not looking good. Right, enemy team already a round up. They do manage to take this first point here. We missed the fade jump out of spawn. It's the jump at the end that just allows us to get more distance. Okay, Cassidy's here. Got to respect the Cassidy in this one. They've already been, well, demonstrated that they're hitting shots. We use our gadget early, anticipating a bit of hot shotting from the Cassidy as well. Doomfist jumps in. I don't care when the Doomfist like charges up the block. In regular ranked, yeah, sure I do, but in Stadium I just don't find it to be that much of a problem. Oh, Zen with the ult there. At least we got the ult out of them though. Gonna fire a heal orb towards the Winston. Damage orb follows over onto the Zen. Zen's getting very, very weak. We managed to take him down, and we are going to capture this point. So, yeah, keep on pushing the enemy team here. Stratosphere triggered over onto the Doomfist. Ooh, Cassidy. Nah, never mind. Oh, okay, he gets our Tracer down. But Farah did take out that Doomfist, so that's definitely going to benefit us here. Tracer just a bit of poke damage. I don't think they're going to commit without their tank. Obviously their tank's a Doomfist, so they're here quite quickly, and Monkey gets taken down. Damage orbs. If they come back out of that room, they would die to that Coalescence after the double stack of orbs there, but they chose to move forward. Can we get the Juno? Oof, just about. Okay, enemy team do manage to capture the point. We've got a gadget in here. We've got orbs. The first one was a damage, but the second one's going to be healing. Get onto the little high ground. Doomfist's going to get a health pack here, so we're going to go for a different target while he's out of the picture. Zen does get taken down. Doomfist still over onto us, but he's forced to retreat. Orb punches us, but Phantasm Orb going to help take him down. Tracer over onto the point, just trying to stall it for overtime here. Well, we get the point, we're up to 55%. Let's see if we can get this Cassidy. That's a bit scary, to be honest, here. If he stuns us, he goes for a roll. Yeah, even with all of those players, there's a chance that he can eliminate us there. So we'll try and get a bit of healing onto the Farah. The Doomfist forced to retreat. To be honest, the Farah's doing quite well without a Mercy. Like, you don't normally see that, but I guess there's not too many threats for the Farah. Only the Juno missiles, maybe Discords. Actually, no, there are quite a few threats for the Farah. They've got a Cassidy as well, and Tracer's pretty good against Farah. Enemy team unable to get to the point in time. Ooh, we're ahead in cash by like 7k.
Quite the performance from
We get
these
12k cash in
superstars.
that round, taking us up to 25. Zen going toe-to-toe with us though, which is impressive on its own. Like Zen doesn't
It's time
always
for
make the most
Payload
money.
race. What tactics will the teams come up with this round?
So I think it's very important for me to pick up Cyber Venom here. Whenever you get against the Zen, who's got the little self-harmony heal orb, Cyber Venom's almost essential, because that just out-heals Moira's base damage, and then Zen's got a harmony orb on somebody else, which out-heals Moira's base damage. Just get Cyber Venom, and it helps a lot with that one. So I'm actually considering smart orbs here, because I'm thinking, okay, it would kind of suck with the smart orbs hitting, however, repulsion greaves. Yeah, so I was thinking smart orbs, it would suck if they hit the Doomfist, but if you get a smart orb to push through and attack the Zen, it can stick on them for quite a while. Forgot about repulsion greaves until I went there. I was actually looking for Vitality, like as another option, because obviously with them having a Tracer and a Cassidy that's hurting, if we get Discord orbed and then, you know, Doomfist's just regular attacks and Tracer hitting us, it's going to hurt a lot. And then I thought, hang on a minute, repulsion greaves would be amazing.
2, 1.
Like, now if the Doomfist comes in for a punch and deals damage to us, we're going to trigger Reflex Coating and Repulsion Greaves. And he gets pushed back in weird ways, right? Like that. We get tons of overhealth from it. Yeah, why not? Okay, Tracer's very low. Let's push up here towards the Zen. Little cheeky fade jump into the window. Just going to make sure we've got our cross orbital orb out first. Wish we had Chain Grasp here. Cyber Venom applied onto the Juno. Monkey's gone a bit deep though. Oh, we went a bit... Well, okay, we didn't go that deep. We were only peeked the corner, but with a Cassidy with an extended roll and a Doomfist. Yeah, that's all they needed.
And we've taken the first checkpoint.
Okay, team just trying to poke here. Nice kill over onto the Cassidy from our Tracer. Okay, the orb's flat bounced there in order to hit players. Like, we didn't aim it just straight at the Doomfist because it's probably not going to get any further value. But if the Doomfist jumps back on that path, then it's going to hit them as well as anybody else who's on the ramp. Heal orb one direction, damage orb to try and apply Cyber Venom. We've got to, again, respect the Cassidy, but we just want to drop off an orb. It's going a lot better. We don't seem to be making huge progress on the objective, but enemy team haven't yet got it to the checkpoint. So we fire it out. Ooh, damage orb. We're a bit low. Doomfist don't turn around. We've used our gadget to heal us up a little bit. Okay. Little poke over onto the Cassidy. Doomfist is next to us. Oh, we get stunned. Fade all the way back. Doomfist's on us as well. We're going to bounce a heal orb. Doomfist still here again. We've got our gadget and the Phantasm orb here. We should be able to survive with that combo. Phantasm heal orb, that is. Zen's discorded us though, so we had to make sure we fade that and cleanse that, and we do manage to take him down with help of the Winston. Okay, just make sure we track our heal orb. And Cassidy gets taken down. This is going a lot better already. It heals over onto our teammates that are retreating. So yeah, we do play a support that heals, Moira, but our kind of strategy for healing players is often not while they're in combat. It's either while we're out of combat or when they've retreated from it, like here. Right, the rest of the time we're doing damage. That's generally how I play Moira. I don't heal targets as they're being attacked. I heal players as they've taken cover or while the enemy's reloading, or basically while they're not under attack. Okay, we're making good progress there. Juno getting a little bit low. I'm going to throw out a debuffing orb towards them. I mean, it is still a bit scary. The orb does actually manage to take down the Juno. We've just got to go deal with this Doomfist. Don't let him block the cart for any longer. Cassidy's there. We've got to make sure that we're sort of hovering around cover. Don't really know where to play here. High Noon up top. I think he saw the Pharaoh rockets there. Okay, with the Tracer there, I can't follow the Winston. There's no chance of that. So we'll just head back to the objective. That's fine. Use our gadget on the point. There's a damage orb as well. In comes Juno with an ult though. Oh, Doomfist ult. We're going to fade that. Damage orb and heal orb bounced across the point. Juno getting very weak. Oh, we couldn't quite finish him off. Okay, Tracer standing here, waiting for an opportunity, using third person.
Bothersome.
Has managed to survive as well. Okay, we've got our ult as well. We're going to fade through. We can use that, rotate back around to our side. Let's start damaging players over onto the point. Oh, Kitsune Rush as well. Cassidy doesn't take us down. We're trying to just make sure that Zen can't come back in. Juno missiles do connect with us here, but there's still the Kitsune Rush. She's getting very, very weak. Team cleaning players up. We do take this third round. Score 2-1.
2-1.
We get MVP.
Some intense
12k
competition
damage.
this round.
Cassidy on the enemy team. Racking up those kills. 14 elims.
Coming up next,
Kind of threatening. That's the
teams
rank
are
2
facing
DPS
off
from last
in a
season.
clash. Time for the teams to gear up.
Right, decision times. Or decision time. So, Void Hoppers, cool. Multi-ball, cool. Chain Grasp, cool. Precarious Potency, cool. Now, in a situation where I'm like, okay, I might be the primary carry in a game. If that's how I feel, it will always be Chain Grasp here. So I want to be able to put out damage with the orbs and also the Chain Grasp. Probably going to go for either my perfect endgame build or the anti-sustain build, because I feel like they're the best kind of hybrid builds where you're focused on both Chain Grasp and orbs, debuffs, stuff like that.
The arena is
So
ready and
Phantasmic
waiting.
Flux,
20 seconds to go.
we've still kept Cyber Venom. I don't really want to sell Electrolytes or Reflex Coating yet, or Repulsion Greaves, so what are we going to get with this one? I couldn't decide between like Weapon Jammer or do I get some AP item or something, so I just thought, well, Phantasmic Flux gives AP and weapon power. And then Vanadium. So Vanadium's going to give us loads of stats once we've got our ult.
3.
And here's the thing, I don't really want to use the ult because we can get punched out of it immediately by a Doomfist, stunned out of it by Cassidy, we get discorded by Zen. It's not going to work in this match much anyway. So yeah, as soon as Vanadium comes online, we should be pretty strong with a nice hybrid combo with a cooldown reduction as well. It's going to be very helpful. Doomfist does punches away here, Phantasm Orb damage. We're going to rotate all the way back there. Sorry, not rotate, but fall back. They're getting quite a bit of damage out onto us though. We're chasing down the Juno. I was supposed to jump up there. Okay, damage over onto the Zen. Chain Grasp, taking down the Tracer. We do fade, get up onto the high ground. Got to make sure that we follow this heal orb in. Zen jumped up there though. How did he get up there? Oh, has he got the little hover while... Yeah, the hover one. Okay, oh, Doomfist, sorry, Winston jumping in there. Can he... Wow, are the team actually able to do this here? The enemy, look at the point. It's got no time on it at all. We want to get back there and get involved. Everyone seems to be committing it to it, so let's join in with that. Here's the thing about ideas, right? If someone has the best idea in the world and only 2 people go for it, it's nearly always going to fail. If someone has the worst idea in the world and all of your team follow that idea, it has a chance to work. And in this case, that chance to work became a reality. You can follow stupid into an engagement sometimes. It can often be better than yeah, just letting them go and getting killed and then finding yourself at a disadvantage. Not always, you still have to use some judgment, but in this case the team decided they still had 4 players they could push in the last second. It's not, the risk isn't that bad, because even if the enemy team do cap, we're still gonna have time to like come out and contest. They don't really get a positional advantage on the choke points or anything, so yeah, it should be fine. Right, can we cap out this last point here? We have lost a few players here. Use the orbs, we can't see the Zen. We know he's somewhere to the left. Chain Grasp taking down the Tracer. We are going to fade early. Try and get that Discord off of us. Chain Grasp onto the Juno, takes down the Zen. Making use of that one. Cassidy rolls over into us. He's going to rotate around. Cyber Venom is applied, but he just pops out and he gets the shots over onto us. So team doing a bit of work here. Zen was really low. Nice work from the Tracer. Takes down the Zen, but we do lose our Farah to the Cassidy. can imagine that being quite rough for them. We hear the Cassidy's footsteps. We've got to fade that right away. Chain Grasper, Doomfist goes for a punch onto us, but I mean, he doesn't really do anything to us at this point. And half the time we can fade it. We're obviously not going to be using our ult here, because Vanadium's giving us all of the stats that we need. I mean, look, we've got 500 health right now. Or nearly, like, with a little bit of Phantasmic Flux, overhealth included. Okay, again, don't hugely care about the Doomfist charging up the punches. Juno does get taken down, attacking the Zen. Okay, Cassidy taken down. Zen's still on us, though. Just jumping in our face with a kick. Can they take him down without that Cyber Venom? Well, Farah can. That was a big couple of rockets there. Be nice if we can win this point, take it up to 3-1. Enemy team, though, they're quick out of spawn here. Doomfist punches us, triggers reflex coating. The ult's also landing on us. Okay, big shots from the Cassidy. We get Cyber Venom. Doomfist really, really weak. We seem to trade tanks here. Cassidy very weak as well. Can we get the Juno down? Okay, we're going to have to fade that because we got discorded. It leaves a Phantasm Orb behind. Could try and heal the Kiriko here. But yeah, the problem with that is if the Cassidy just hits a couple of headshots on her, then the Juno dies and then we probably die afterwards. I'd rather trade in that situation. Dodge the Doomfist punch. Phantasm Orb as well. We need another Orb for Chain Grasp. It would have hit the Cassidy as well. Doomfist misses the punch. We do get taken down by the Juno. Enemy team starting to stabilize here after all of this work. They do manage to take the point. We're going to be left fighting for this middle again. We've got 12k damage already this round. And we did some healing. Okay, Phantasm Orb. Even if he punches late, punches us late there, like we hold it for too long, then as soon as we've been punched and slammed against the wall, we just use our Phantasm there and hit them. So there's kind of no downside to hitting that fade. Zen pushes out though, eliminates us. Very, very weak. Tracer trying to chase him down. Talking's hard sometimes, guys. Just like the video, hit the like button. You know you want to. Right, heal orb over onto the tank. Is it going to get any healing? Yes, a little bit. Value. We've nearly got it back because of Vanadium's cooldown reduction and Cyber Venoms, of course. Kiriko ult as well. We're going to have so many orbs. Fade the missiles. Even if the Doomfist there, the Cyber Venom's still applied onto them. We see a low health Juno take her down. Doomfist there, we jump up onto some high ground now, back down over onto the point, attacking the Doomfist. He's jumping around everywhere. We have tracked him though. This is looking good. There's a Zen there. We fired the orb to cut up the retreat route, but he wasn't retreating at that point. We hear footsteps of players out there, so leave a Phantasm Orb. Okay, Tracer went left. He's going to recall. Juno trying to go in, but did not drop low enough to register as a hit on the point. Do take the round. MVP with 20k cash earned. Zen again keeping up. Well, has a 4k deficit right now. Even with a 5% boost. Okay, going on to round 5. Deciding which one to go for. I'm thinking the anti-sustain build, which is basically the low cooldown reduction build. Unfortunately, we've sold the anti-Doomfist items. We just kind of have to. I still really like electrolytes. I value electrolytes more here than those, but when I've got 4k left, there has to be something that I value more, and that is Shield Buster. Now that we've got Chain Grasp, I mean, come on, they've got a Zen. They've got Juno. That's a lot of shields that we're just going to get a huge boost of attack speed on. So that has to be worth more than electrolytes here. So yeah, we're almost max build here. The only difference that I would swap out would be I would swap Shield Buster for Super Flexor. And the reason is because, yeah, Shield Buster, we're getting 15% attack speed and 5% weapon power. That's only when we're attacking shields we get the attack speed. With Super Flexor, you're going to get 10% weapon power and then potentially 25% ability power on top of that. So the fact that you still give your Chain Grasp something, but you give your orbs, coal, everything else something, I really like that combination. And then, yeah, keeping hold of Phantasmic Flux, keeping hold of Vanadium. I think it just works out well. Now, we do get options to use Vanadium, use our ultimate while we have Vanadium. We just got to be very selective with it. Because we've got a decent amount of ability power, it's still okay to use, but we're obviously going to lose out on the base stats and the survivability. Okay, we heard the Tracer, but the Tracer's not going up this direction. Immediately flanking over onto the Cassidy. It's a bit scary. We're going to fade away from the Juno missiles though. Doomfist, we don't want to push that. Kind of happy we didn't like try and engage that one as we fade back. Try and get round the corner. But the Cassidy, who's probably cheating, but I can't prove it. I don't know. They're probably just a really good player. Takes us down anyway. So, enemy team got some momentum with this one. Push up top. Doomfist did jump up here. Okay. Our orb. Yeah, that's fine. We've got to be a bit fearful of that punch though, because it is going to, you know, slam the whole team. We do manage to take down the Doomfist though. Tracer's on us. Gonna recall. We're going to fire the orb out. Double orb. Of course, now we've got no cooldown, so we can't really jump down and contest it. And we can't cleanse the Discord orb right away. Phantasm Orb over onto the Zen. Coalescence here. We've got the range. We've got some damage we can put out a little bit over onto the Juno. Okay, Cassidy's coming close. We're going to fade jump up top just out of the flashbang range. Oh, Doomfist was up there as well, though. Okay, he's going to jump for us. So let's just swap high grounds. I probably shouldn't have jumped off until my orb was ready, but our cooldown reduction is so good right now. I mean, yeah, okay, we don't have our Vanadium anymore, but it's still really good. Iridescent Iris and Hard Light. So I think, yeah, we can just try and make use of the orbs, be as active as possible. Oh, Doomfist there. Okay. Wow, Doomfist actually sniped off our Pharah there. Getting very low though. It needs that teammate support. Chain Grasp putting a bit of damage out over onto him. We're still just attacking the Doom. Oh, there's a whole group over there though. We want to make sure that we use our Chain Grasp on the group of players. Our tank does get taken down. Trying a bit of damage here. We do have Phantasm Orb. Nice. Got the Cassidy down. Zen's kind of retreating here. Juno now up top. Can be a little bit tricky to hit sometimes. But oh, she used the ult as well. That's really nice. I mean, there really was no need to use the ult there. They're the only one alive and our team hasn't moved the objective. Unless they're just trying to stall out the rest of the time. I mean, I'd probably use something like Coalescence there. Maybe the Juno ult. I mean, it is kind of a worthless ult in Stadium. But yeah, I'm not going to criticize that one too much. Because, yeah, it would be okay in overtime situations. Cassidy's on us with the roll. It's very low health, but Zen's got an orb. And Pharah's not there to contest the point. Okay, we've still got a game here. We've only got a 3k, yeah, about a 3k cash advantage here. MVP again, 15k. It's not too bad. So we've got Samoa, followed by Redwood Dam. I'm not sure who those maps would favour here. So we're going to get that Super Flexor. We're on the full anti-sustain build, except for the power. So I hate multi-ball, but the reason why that's part of an anti-sustain build is because you want to apply your debuffs to as many people as often as possible. Hence the really low cooldowns and then many orbs. In this case, we're not too fussed about the sustain. We want to still apply, but it's more we want to actually be able to cleanse ourselves from the discords, which means being able to use fades. And it just makes more sense to pick Void Hoppers here and potentially cleanse any debuffs or discords from our teammates as well that happen to be near us. Plus the little bit of overhealth is very helpful. If a Doomfist punches and it hits several of us and, you know, we get blasted back, I can survive it. There's some heroes that aren't going to survive as well. The little Void Hoppers fade. When I fade, that punch is going to be, yeah, invaluable for them. Right. Let's see then. Win the map. Win the match. Okay, we've seen Doomfist. Somebody's got the closer, and it's very, very useful. Like, you can see, just, we constantly have vision of the Doomfist. And even the Cassidy there. It's really, really, like, underrated, that aspect of it. I've been able to see players, like, we see that Winston through the wall and we try and heal them. But now being able to see the enemy players as well. I think it might be the our Tracer, maybe? Because the Doomfist was marked really, really early. Yeah, super valuable against heroes like that. That are just trying to survive you. Surprise you. Okay, bit of poke damage onto the Zen. We can always fade back. Tracer does try to chase us. So we're sort of pushing forward a little bit, but no, again, respecting the Cassidy. When Cassidy's a hit, killing you in like 3-4 shots, like nearly every time, that's when you've got to respect the damage. Chain Grasp as well, doing a lot of damage over onto the Tracer. But Chain Grasp is so good. And it's, especially since they buffed it, changed it to 4 seconds. You can certainly get a lot more value out of it. And I know why they did it. They buffed it because they wanted to, like, move people away from the orb builds. They nerfed the orbs and then they thought, maybe we should buff Chain Grasp to compensate so that Moira's win rate doesn't drop. I'm fine with it because I use Chain Grasp in most of my builds. And even though I also use Cross Orbal in my builds, I think that Chain Grasp is very, very strong. So anyway, we're up to 90% already. We've got our ultimate. Are we going to use it is the question. Probably not. We want to keep hold of the Vanadium right now. Doomfist, make sure we hide. Their overtimes here. We're getting the kills here. The team actually crushing this. No one from the enemy team is going to get close. We take down the rank 1, 2, and 3 from last season. MVP, 82,000 cash. It's a good result. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more. I will be playing some games with some other heroes over the course of this week. I'll also put some Moira games up, of course. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. GG. I'll see you in the next one.